Ok, pessoal. Estamos... Chiara Cotugno, espero que eu fale certo o nome dela, ela vai me corrigir depois, tá? E eu sei que nós estamos atrasados, é porque houve uma mudança de horário lá na Itália, e a gente não sabia, ela estava me explicando, tá? Oi, Fernando. Oi, Paulo. Então, nós estamos meia hora atrasados, porque houve essa mudança de horário no horário lá na Itália. Então, eles estão uma hora antes, ok? Então, por isso é que deu errado. A gente não sabia que não fomos informados. Mas tudo bem, estamos só meia hora atrasados e ela meia hora adiantada. Certo? Eu vou mandar essa live para todo mundo aqui que a gente puder. E vocês aí, por favor, façam o mesmo, ok? Antes da gente começar a bater o papo com essa fantástica baterista. Ela já está por aqui. Hello, Chiara. Certo? Então, ó, nós estamos ao vivo lá no YouTube e aqui no Instagram. Então, meia horinha atrasados, desculpe aí, pessoal. Lembrando, vocês, começando aqui, ó, clubedobaterista.com.br. Você acessa lá. Hi, Afonso. Tchau.
Hello.
Acessa lá, clubedobaterista.com.br. Você vai encontrar esse boné lindão que eu vou estar usando aqui todas as lives, esse outro boné, não todas as lives. E também camisetas, posters, bonés, tem vários tipos, vários modelos para você presentear o seu amigo, a sua amiga baterista. Daqui a pouco o Natal tá aí. Cara, é um presentão, ó, de qualidade, tá? E você pode utilizar o cupom de desconto Girls on Drums, tudo junto em maiúscula, Girls on Drums, não é Festival, ficou Girls on Drums para não ficar muito grande. Acessa lá e usa o cupom de desconto Girls on Drums e você vai ter um desconto. Quanto que é o desconto, Joel? Eu não sei porque não sei o calculo. A hora que você fechar a compra, você vai ver, mas acredito que deve ser, pelo menos, o padrão é 10%. Certo? Então, ó, boné lindeza, tá? Clube do Baterista, já vou pôr ele aqui, ó, para ficar com o boné show de bola. Hoje, nós temos essa baterista fantástica, Chiara Cotugno, vamos ver se eu acerto o nome dela. E sábado, nós temos, encerrando as lives de outubro, lá do México, cidade do México, Sofia Zorzopoulos. Também, vamos ver se eu acerto, porque ela mandou um áudio, ela falando o nome dela. Não é muito fácil, mas até lá eu treino. Até sábado eu dou uma treinadinha e a gente consegue falar. Então, não sejam tímidos, usem aqui a caixinha de perguntas que está aqui embaixo, o balãozinho com as perguntas, para vocês perguntarem o que vocês quiserem para essa nossa convidada de hoje. Então, vou falar um pouquinho em inglês agora para vocês. Hello, people. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Sorry for the delay. We are about 30 minutes delay, but it was for a change of time hour in Italy, and we don't know about this when we schedule the live streaming, but it's okay, just 30 minutes, no problem at all. Today we have a special guest, Chiara Cotugno from Italy. I hope that you enjoy. She's an awesome drummer. Please don't be shy. Write or send your questions for Chiara using this question toolbox down below with the question point down below. Or if you prefer, write your question or your comments. Use your comments here and at YouTube, the same thing. Okay, don't be shy, send your questions, enjoy the live streaming. Chiara is a very good drummer, have so many things to say to us, and I hope that you enjoy. So let's bring Chiara for this streaming. Time to go. Hey.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Fine.
I have to say hello in Italy. It's very important to me. Ciao.
Ciao. Yes, I always say ciao, even for foreigner. I say ciao. It's international.
We have a drummer, another drummer from Italy, Elisa Pilotti.
Yeah, I know that. I know her. Yeah.
Yeah, months ago, and it was awesome streaming. For sure, today it will be the same thing. Thank you for being with us, Chiara. Chiara,
Thanks to you. Yes. Correct.
correct?
Perfect.
Chiara.
Perfect.
Sorry for hurry up you. I don't know if that Italy changed the time hour in back 2 weeks.
Don't
Sorry,
worry. I'm
sorry.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I imagined you. Where is Chiara? Chiara. I lost Chiara. No, I was there, but I didn't know about it. I didn't think about this when I changed the time 1 week ago. Sorry.
No problem. We have time. Just 30 minutes in the lake. It's okay. Okay, let's start talking about drums, drumming, and anything else. I saw your YouTube channel, and people, if you don't know anything about Chiara YouTube channel, please, Chiara, how to find you at YouTube?
Just you have to test Chiara Cotugno, drummer.
Yeah, so many videos, so many great drum videos, some exercise, some there are some interviews too. I
Yeah,
hope that, yeah,
Q&A. Yes, yes.
for sure, all of you love the channel. So, Chiara, tell us, how did you start? I know that you say this kind of information many times, but here is the first time. How did you start to play drums? I know that you play piano, sings too.
Yeah, a little bit. I'm not a pianist, I'm not a singer, but I enjoy it. Yes, I started at 16 with private teachers. But then I attended a 3 years course at the Conservatory in jazz music, and I got my 3 years degree. But then I didn't go on with my studies at the Conservatory. I decided to study with other private teachers, and then I went to the university and I got a degree in musicology, because I really like not only the drums or practice, but also the music theory. And then I decided to go to an academy, music academy. It's called Lizard. And after almost 4 years, I got my diploma, my final diploma, just like 1 month ago. So I'm very happy about this other path, because I studied jazz, but I also wanted to study like rock, pop, Latin, other genres. So now I'm not studying because I just finished it, but I would like to go with very very important teachers. I'm looking for important teachers because I want to always learn something new. So I'm willing to learning a lot about drums. I think we never finish to learn, so I want to become more and more good at drums. I want to see where I can arrive if I study a lot. I'm studying a lot now, but for myself, by myself, and that's it.
I'm pretty sure that if you study a lot, like you really do, you go it's endless, because you really play very well. You have a very good work on drumming. But talking about studying on having a diploma like you, what kind of information that you receive that that you consider very important to your drumming, but not talking about drumming, but about music in general?
Okay. About the diploma, when I started at this academy, I already had studied at the conservatory, so I already knew about music theory, harmony, and chords. I don't know, and other instruments such as piano, uh, and also arrangement and playing with other people, writing the parts for other instruments. So I think this kind of stuff is very important for a musician, because I don't want only to be a drummer, but also a musician. So I like to understand music in total, not only drums. That's why I also play piano and a bit, but just what I need to compose. I also compose my music, but I'm I write a lot of things and I didn't finish. So, but I think one day I will finish it. I have some projects now, so I need to finish this and then start these other projects.
Do you compose at piano
Yes,
or guitar or drums or singing?
only at piano. Guitar, I'm the worst. I can play one chord on a guitar. I don't know why, but it's a beautiful instrument. I like a lot to hear, but for me, it's also the like with fingers, the positions is very difficult. I
Yeah,
prefer
yeah.
the piano. It's like the drums. You have all in front of you. You just have to push it, and it's more easy for me.
Yeah, I have to agree. I have same difficulties on chords. I can see what happens on the scale.
Yes,
I really,
exactly.
yeah, I really don't like to see what happens. I prefer to see on piano is much more clear and easy to watch. Even it's difficult, you can understand where the notes are.
Yes, exactly.
When you play with a band, and let's say that you receive a chart to play with a band.
Okay,
Sometimes I play with orchestra for about 10 years, 2000 until 2010. 10 years play with a orchestra, and
nice.
sometimes I receive a chart that was not a drum chart. Actually is never
Yeah,
was a drum chart. Sometimes it was a violin chart, sometimes piano that I prefer piano, sometimes piano and the lyrics,
yeah.
sometimes another instrument. What kind of advice you can say for people here and drummers that will be seeing this streaming after, when you start to play with a band or orchestra that don't use drum charts for the drummer, of course.
Yeah, it's often happen. It often happens because uh, maybe just because they see the drummer, okay, uh, you can take the time somehow, and then you just have to catch the accents, maybe some. Uh, I don't know in English how to say in English, but some obligato.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep, when you have to play with the orchestra, the
Mm.
same accents. So you just have to, maybe you can use the melody
Mhm.
to take your accents, to find your accents when you have to, maybe to underline something, some passage, some note, something. And I think if there isn't a part at all, a chart, maybe you are free to do what you want, but maybe there is some indication from the orchestra leader, from the maestro, and or maybe yes, you can just try to do some arrangement, but you have to take some passages. You have to notice this. That's it. I don't know how to. It's difficult to explain. It's very difficult to explain music in another language because it's full of some terms, some words. Yes.
I think that when you receive a drum chart, do you prefer a piano chart or chords? What do you prefer? I prefer the piano, just piano.
Yeah, but yeah, because just the chords, it doesn't tell me enough. Maybe with the piano, I can have an idea of the melody, just looking at also about the tempo, the subdivisions, for example. So you can see at least you can see the notes, not only chords. Yeah, I prefer as well.
Did you have classes about playing in an orchestra when you did the academy?
Orchestra, yeah, but just jazz orchestra. So yeah, maybe something is similar, but something not. But yes.
Okay, what is important to the drummer when start to play using charts? What kind of things do you use when doing some marks about tempo, about the ritornello, about anything like this? What is important for the drummers when receive a chart and start to mark something?
Yeah, I think. But you mean if you don't have, you have just a chart, but you see the number of the measures of, for example.
Yeah.
All right. I think you just have to sign the most important thing, the changes, maybe the change of dynamics, or if you use the Charleston, the hi-hat, instead of the ride, or the cross sticks instead of the rim shot, for example. Maybe some reminders, or some stop, or as I said before, some part in which you have to play the same accents as the rest of the orchestra when you have to underline some passages. So basically this kind of stuff.
Do you have any problems to when you start to play with charts? Did you have any problems to interpretate something that you receive, or do you prefer use your own charts when play professionally with orchestra or band or jazz band?
I prefer to write myself, because not always you find someone who is very precise about drums. It's not easy to write drums. Sometimes you find some errors, mistakes, and so I prefer to write by myself. But but the difficulty maybe sometimes, yes, is the interpretation. For example, in jazz charts, you have the interpretation swing or straight. Sometimes it is in between. So maybe this is the difficulty. But then no, if the chart is written well, I don't have so many problems. The problem is when something is wrong. maybe it's not written so clear, or maybe sometimes I find something impossible to play. So just this.
Guitar players have the bad habit to write some charts for us drummers that is impossible, that are impossible to play. For example, I had a friend who wrote for me some charts to record the album, that you have to be the octopus to play.
Yeah.
You have to be octopus. You have to have four hands,
For
five legs, all at the same time. Splash, hide, crash, ring shot, floor tom, and trilling stick.
yes.
It's impossible to play because they don't know about our possibilities.
Yeah.
The guitar player just play. The guitar player have their own world.
Yes. No, it's true. It's true. This, I meant this. This was what I was talking about. Yes, exactly.
When you record your drum covers, you have so many and so difficult videos. Sorry, so many tracks that are difficult to play. I was watching your YouTube since a long time. You have Dream Theater, Any Canals track. You have Porcupine Tree. You have even the Iron Maidens is not easy to play. Uh, do you write some charts for remember and practice before
Yes.
doing video, or just using your mind? Okay, it's a track that I really like. I saw your Phil Collins, Take Me Home. I love Phil Collins. What kind of preparation you do?
I mostly write everything because most of the time I don't find a drumless
Yeah,
track. So unless I put the track very low in volume, I need to play exactly the same feels, the same parts, because otherwise it would be a confusion, a mess to hear my personal feel and the original feel of the song. So most of the time I write everything, the groove, the basic groove, the changes, the feels, everything. And for example, I made some covers, some Rush covers,
yeah,
and especially in these covers, it's very difficult to do something different. Even Neil Peart didn't change it a lot,
yeah,
the part, because they are written in that way, and only in that way they work.
yeah,
And or for example, I find easier to play Rush than, for example, Iron Maiden, because Neil Peart unfortunately, was more precise. I don't know how to say, but for example, Nico McBrain, it changes a lot. Of course, it's another genre of music,
yeah.
so he can do all the variations he wants. But it's more difficult for someone who wants to reply that thing to do the same exact feels and everything. I think
Uh,
they record by, you can hear that sometimes they record just okay, it's good, one take, and that's it. So of course maybe there are little bit mistakes. You have to do all the same things, even the mistakes, but not mistakes. Just say some
a little
some
bit.
yes. Sometimes the tempo is not all the same, so it's impossible to put a metronome
Yeah,
on the song. And sometimes I'm not so precise as well, because of course they didn't record on a metronome, but they play all together as music should be. But And that is the most difficult thing.
Yeah, yeah. Very interesting your point of view. I have we have here a comment by Paulo Marques. Chiara inspires me to learn and play better. Your passion when playing is awesome. Paulo Marques.
Thank you so much. I think passion is everything for us because it's a very hard work. Every time I think if I had studied anything else at this time, I finished my studies. But with music, you always have to practice, to learn, to study. You never finish. So if you don't have passion, it's useless. So
Yeah,
I'm happy if I can inspire someone with my passion because sometimes I play. I'm very concentrated when I play because I have to remember all the parts of the songs. But I hope that my passion will. It's visible. It's clear. Even if I'm so serious sometimes when I
yeah,
play, some so concentrate, but just because it's difficult to remember everything.
yeah. Of course, because you record some very difficult tracks
Yes,
sometimes.
yes.
Even
Also for
even the ECDC is not so easy as people think that is. Not so easy. You have some details that is very important. Some crashes on the right spot. It's not so easy. We have here another comment from Paulo that you have a freaking single pedal of Nico, like when you play. And Elson is saying, please try to
yes.
play X Japan. X
Ah,
J X Japan.
stripping. Yeah. Okay, maybe I have a long list of covers that I would like to do. Yeah.
So we wanna hear a spoiler. Which are the first three drum covers that you are preparing?
Oh, the next covers.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I tell you, yes, it's a spoiler, but I'm happy about this spoiler. Just tomorrow, I will post a tribute, like a tribute for because Eddie Van Allen just died I think, like 2-3 weeks ago. So a little tribute to Van Allen with Hot for Teacher.
Wow, very difficult
Yeah,
track.
they're very difficult. This one was very, very challenging, but I liked it a lot. And also then I recorded one, but it's not a cover because I like to play not only covers, as you can see on my channel, but also some arrangement on a drumless track. And also I would like, but I'm not sure if I will do it. um, I forgot the name. There is a lot. There are too much, too many songs.
We,
Okay. Well,
you wanna know about three spoilers? You said Van Halen, more
yes,
two.
more too.
Yeah,
Yes, Bad, Michael Jackson,
yeah.
and yeah, I don't remember the name because I have a very bad memory. But something about Deep Purple.
The Purple.
Deep
Okay.
Purple. Yes.
Okay. Maybe the Battle Radio Zone.
No.
Maybe knocking at your back door. Perfect Strangers.
No. Fireball.
Fireball. Fireball.
Fireball. Yes.
Yeah, very good. Uh, you don't have a bad memory.
Yes, I have because I always forget names, bands, too many songs. Uh, For example, maybe if I have to play a cover that I played 1 month ago, I don't remember anything. Because I learned so many songs one day after another.
So when you start to study drum cover like "Pull Me Under," that is a monster track. It's so long. You have to record on the next minute.
Yeah, I need to, for example, I studied the song for 2 3 days, and then I have to immediately record, because I study every day. I study so many things, so many songs, and it's impossible to remember. Also because I play in many bands, so when we have a gig, unfortunately now we don't have because of the virus, but when we have a gig, I have to remember to repeat all the repertoire. So it's too many songs. My mind is cannot take all these songs in one mind.
Wow, I can imagine if you have a good memory. Or how many videos do you would record if you have a good memory? Oh yes, you have a good memory. Don't say this about yourself. Okay, let's start with the questions. The first question here, Paulo Marques. Do you do covers in first take, in one take, or record various parts or more takes? I guess that is what he want to say.
Okay, it depends on the cover, because if the cover is very difficult, as I said before, with many parts that I want to play in the same ways, because I think that sometimes I imagine myself as a, sometimes I want to learn a song and I watch a video. I I like to know what the drummer is doing exactly. So I imagine that if someone watch my videos, maybe he would like to see the song play it properly in the way the original drummer recorded. So, of course, it's not easy. It's almost impossible to record without reading in one take. So sometimes I need to record in more than one take. If the song is more easier for me to remember, I can record in one take. It depends on the difficulty of the song.
Which track it was most difficult to record at your collection YouTube video?
Oh, I
Until,
think yes,
until now, because Van Halen, Hot for Teacher is difficult track.
yes, yes. But Van Halen's what was hard, not for remembering, but for the technique and for the speed. And it's very frenetic to. But for the difficulty, I think Rush,
Right.
maybe Rush. Yes.
And most easy drum part that you record on your videos.
Most easier. Yeah, as I said before, I have a bad memory, so I don't even remember all my videos, because it's like 70 and more videos. But I think like these songs like Blink 182 and Green Day, I don't have so much difficulty play these songs.
Great, great. So let's see. Next question here. Uh, how many Yamaha drum kits you got?
Just two. One is the golden one that you see in mostly all my videos. It's a hybrid maple, and the other one that is an old Yamaha is a 11,000 maple custom. So I just got these two kits.
Let's talk about your gear, but let's take this chance to talk about your gear. You use Yamaha, and how about your sizes of the drums. How many drums, and about your size in cymbals. What do you prefer? Do you use thick third? Correct.
Yes, correct.
Let's know about your gear.
About the sizes, the drum set that I use mostly, that is the hybrid maple, is 22 per 18. I don't know if you say the sizes in a different way. In Italy, we say before the diametro. Okay. Then the toms are 10 per 7. I think it's 7, and 12 per 8, and 14, and 16. The timpano, floor toms. And for the cymbals, I got 14 inches hi-hat, and 16, 18 for the crash cymbals, 20 for the right cymbal, and then 18 inches China, and 14 inches China, another China, and 2 splashes. One is 6 inches, one 10 inches, and a stack, 12 inches stack. I think that's it.
What I think is interesting that you use the same cymbals, just some a little variations to play this or that, but you use the same cymbals for playing Rush or Dua Lipa or Led Zeppelin or Van Halen, and the sounds are good. For example, if you heard Led Zeppelin, of course, we have some pasties. If you heard Rush, we have Zildjian or Sabians. If you heard Dua Lipa, I don't know what we have.
No, I mean, I don't know.
And so on.
You're right.
There's a secret to sound good with almost the same cymbals for playing so many kind of styles.
Yeah, maybe the secret is just that this kind of cymbals that I use are very, how can I say, you can use in a lot of situations. Versatile.
Yeah.
I don't know in English exactly, but you can use in a lot of situations. So they are not so too heavy or not. But sometimes I feel that I will need another set of cymbals. To tell you the truth, and it's not like, maybe it sounds good, but not every time I feel good in playing these cymbals in this particular situation. I started feeling the need, starting to have the need to use another kind of cymbals set. I don't want to change this because it's very useful in a lot of situations, or especially in live gigs, because I always play that kind of music. I don't change like when I do the covers and the videos on YouTube. But I think I will buy another set with darker cymbals, more a modern sound, so darker and bigger sizes.
Oh, I see. It's a kind of nowadays people are using so many symbols like this, bigger, ugly, and dark.
Yeah, yeah, but it's true that sometimes they are ugly, or not ugly, but just maybe they don't work too much money for that cymbal, for that sound. Because if you take a broken cymbal, sometimes it sounds the same. But I like that kind of sound. I have to say this. I like that kind. I have a broken cymbal, a Zildjian, 18 inches. It's broken, but I like a lot the sound of this cymbal. I use a lot of times, and some people say, but this cymbal is broken. Yes, I know, but I like it. I can see that it's broken. Very big.
So, are you using Zildjians, correct?
Yes, mostly Zildjian, but I have also other cymbals because I don't want to change it. I found the perfect sound, and I don't want to change. Even if I want a unique brand, but I like this. Isn't it? For example, my China is a China from an Italian brand called UFIP.
Okay.
UFIP. It's very nice. This cymbal. It's like when I imagine a China, I think at that sound. So I found this cymbal, and I don't change. I think it's almost 10 years that I have this cymbal, and I don't want to change. Also, I have one stack is a minor because I really like it. And when I buy it, Zildjian didn't do the stacks. They did after. So
Yeah.
maybe I buy now a Zildjian stack, but I like mine as well.
Yeah, great. And you use Vickford 5A or 5B?
Oh, 5A. 5B, I like for practicing for pad, but I don't prefer for playing. Generally, no. 5A. 5A, sorry.
We want to see maybe a future drum video that you use brushes. Do you like brushes? Do you
Yeah.
like?
Yes, I like, but I have to say, I think brushes is another thing that you have to study every day, like stick, like it works for the sticks. And so I would like to start more for the brushes, but I like, yes, maybe one day among the list, in my list, I also put the brushes. It's not easy nowadays to find a song with brushes unless it's a ballad, jazz ballad, for example. I have to find the situation, the song when I want to use it.
We have actually Blink 182 have a track, a very famous track using brushes. I forgot the name of track. The Blink from Blink is with brushes. Very, very.
No.
I forgot the name. I send you. I send you.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
I think it's a perfect spot to explore brushes for the first time on your channel. Okay, we have more two questions here.
Okay.
Paulo Marques, tell me how you develop your single pedal double kicks. Some special exercises.
Okay, not special exercises. I think just practicing a lot. Also, one exercise that I found very useful is the application of stick control for the pedals. So both pedals, especially the part when there are double kicks, and I think this exercise for me it helped me a lot, and also the application of every method, syncopation applied for the pedal. Generally, these are the exercises that I do, but also like combinations of two snare drums as two kick pedals, so ta ta tu tu ta ta tu tu ta ta tu. This kind of exercises.
With doubles.
For the question, maybe I think he meant the single, but double. Yeah. For the double pedal, the same, like stick control and syncopation. All this kind of method I try to apply to the feet, and also the application of rudiments.
Okay, so do you use the book from? I forgot. It's your fault. I forgot the names right
now. I'm contagious. In this period is not a good word.
Colin Bailey.
Colin Bailey. Yeah, I know this book, but I don't practice a lot with this. I mean, I find a lot of results in applying stick control, for example. I think everyone has one exercise that is more useful for that person and not for another person, for example. All these methods are very, very good. So, of course, it's important to study all these methods, but then I think that everyone has his particular exercise. For me, it's this.
Great, fantastic. So, Paulo, take note of this chops that Chiara is giving us. Another question for Paulo, Chiara. When you discovered the passion for drums, tell me about your first steps and difficulties of. Can you read the
yes. So having this, yes, don't worry. I saw the question. Yeah, I discovered my passion for drums when I was in high school, because until I was in the middle school, I listened to very pop music, like a little bit, I say, stupid music for teenagers. You can imagine. But then when I went to high school, I started to listen to all the rock music, all the rock, like Deep Purple and Rush, Genesis, Led Zeppelin, all these bands. So with my friends, we have the idea to start a band, and I was immediately, when I started listening to Genesis, I was immediately passionate about the drums. I really like it the way Phil Collins play it. And so I said, okay, I have to try to play. I want to play like him. But okay, it was impossible. At that time, I didn't know. I thought maybe it would be possible, but I choose one of the best musicians in the world, and I didn't know at that time. So it's very difficult to emulate. And so I decided to start the drums. And the question, okay, he asked me about the place when I put the drums. I was so lucky because, as I said, I have like a dépendance. I have a garden, and I have this little house, little dépendance, my studio, when I can practice and I don't disturb anyone. So I know that I was lucky, and not everyone has the possibility to play the drums in a flat. Also because I live in a villa, but I understand that if someone lives in a flat, it's a problem. So, but nowadays there are a lot of things that you can do for avoid the volume. For example, the cymbals, low volume cymbals, and like sordine.
Yeah.
I don't know the name in English, but
Yeah.
because fortunately I didn't have to use it, but you can put something to stop the sound of the toms and the snare drum, and or you can choose for electronic drums. Nowadays there are very good electronic drums, so similar to the real drums. I understand it's not the same. Maybe the sound is the same because there are lots of libraries, sound libraries, but the you don't have the head, the drum heads, and the same rebound and all this kind of stuff. But if you really like playing drums, then you can accept
Yeah.
this little
Of course.
compromise. Yes.
Yeah. When I start, I don't have the drums at my house too. The drums is always was on the studio for rehearsing with the band. So I have to play a lot in press pads or press drum kits with rubber pads. But it was not like today. Today you have so many good drum pads, so many drum pads, and so many press pads with a high quality. When I started in 1985, we don't have in Brazil press pads. You have to
Hmm.
do your own press pad,
Okay.
and I don't like to do. I'm not an artisan. So I prefer to buy a very good drum pad like nowadays. But in the past, you don't have this kind of stuff in Brazil. We have here a last question for this first part. Let's see, and we'll back in 1 minute. How do you learn to how do you learn you cover drum covers? Do you read music or by listening to it?
Well, of course, it's important to do both things. So you have to read. If you have the chart, you can read or you can write your own chart, or at least some passages that you want to do in the same way. But it's also important to listen, because if you only read, you don't get the same feel, the same groove. So you need at first to listen a lot to that song, and also you have, if you want to understand the style of that particular drummer, because not because you have to do the same to be trying to emulate that drummer, but just because it's important to understand the style, the language. And so both things are important. For me, it's also important to read, because when I sometimes it happens that you hear something and you say, okay, I will never be able to play that, but then you watch it, right? When you see it in a chart, and you say, okay, maybe if I practice, I put my metronome at very slow tempo, and then you can do almost everything. When you put something, you write something, uh, it's everything is more clear. It's more and easier to play then.
Great, fantastic. So we have to finish here this first part. Chiara,
Okay.
can you do a second part, more maybe 15 minutes or 20
Okay.
minutes with us?
Okay.
Okay. So, people, let's finish this first part. We have to finish here, and we will come back here in 1 minute. Don't go away. Think about more questions for Chiara, also drummer, our guest today, and see you in 1 minute. Okay?
Bye.
Ciao. Coming back. Let's try again. We have some problem here. Just changing for 4G on Instagram. Just watch just 1 minute. Okay, we are back on Instagram. Ok, pessoal, estamos voltando aqui nessa live sensacional com nossa convidada de hoje, Chiara Cotugno, da Itália. Essa é a nossa segunda parte da live. Só aguardando ela retornar aqui, nós já vamos retornar, ok? Thank you for being here for this second part of international live streaming with Chiara Cotugno. Just waiting for her.
Can you invite me again? Because I think I'm out or not.
Yeah, you
okay.
can. Okay.
Okay,
we are back.
Yeah.
Chiara, when you listen to Phil Collins for the first time, of course, Phil Collins is one of your favorite drummers. Say to us what kind of things that you heard and pay attention, or you was thinking about, wow, Phil Collins play like this, like that. I can hear something.
Yeah, I think the thing that had me fall in love with drums was rolls, because especially in progressive music, you can hear lots of not normal, like basic rock groove, but you have all the dynamics and all these rudiments, all this little stuff, and especially as I said, the rolls. I remember these songs, this Genesis song, "All in a Mouse Nights." It's a beautiful song in the album "Wind and Watering." And I remember the final part is like epic with these rolls. And I say, I want to play this. I want to be able to replicate this sound, this feeling. But also all the rest. I like it, all the different sound, the toms, the kick drums, everything about drums, all the possibility that you have, all the maybe somehow also the freedom that you have when you play drums instead of maybe another instrument, especially in that kind of music, of course, because if you play a pop song, you have to follow something, but in progressive rock you are more free to play different grooves with odd times, changes of time, tempos, and all this stuff. So I don't know, it was a combination of things, also because I really like not only Phil Collins as a drummer, but also as a musician. That's why my purpose was always to do not only a drummer but also a musician, because to tell the truth, the first thing I heard about Phil Collins was his solo albums. And my father told me, but do you know that Phil Collins, before starting a solo career, was a drummer for the progressive rock band Genesis? And so he gave me some Genesis albums. And so I really liked him, not only as a drummer, but as a composer, as a singer, and all this stuff.
Did you saw the Genesis documentary?
Yes.
Did you saw the history of the band when Michael Rutherford? No, Michael Rutherford, the keyboard.
Tony Banks, yeah.
Tony Max say, well, we decided to take a break and each one goes to do your solo
Careers,
album.
yes, solo albums, yes.
Yeah, and he said, I was thinking about maybe 2 or 3 years doing solo albums or doing something in away from the band. But Phil Collins do it in 12 years.
12 years, yeah.
12 years. And it was a very successful solo career. You have so many tracks that are number one hits.
Yeah.
And it's when Phil Collins started doing the first album, the people was thinking, the drummers was thinking, wow, it will be maybe a jazz album, maybe another progressive, very hot drums album. And when Phil Collins
Came out with this
came
album,
out
yeah.
with first album, it was totally different. So the drums was big, very compressed, and but you don't have progressive tunes. You have maybe rock pop songs, very easy to remind and sing along, but
Yeah.
with a very powerful drumming. I remember when I heard Phil Collins for the first time, it was wow, what kind of tom sound, very compressed, not electronic, but very compressed, very powerful drums.
Yes, but also I like it, not only Phil Collins song, but also in some Genesis song, you can hear this passage from this switch from like electronic drum or maybe drum machines, at that time drum machine, and then when the real drum comes in, it's a beautiful change. It's a beautiful variation. You hear for most of the song like a drum machine, and then the real drums. I really like the effect. At that time, they wanted to experiment. Sorry, sometimes I forgot in English. But I think the important thing is the result. It's not important if you use a drum machine, electronic drums, or acoustic drum. If it's good for the song, it fits well to the song, it's okay.
Great. Here in Brazil, we have Phil Collins band tribute. Not here in my city, but in São Paulo. I am in Curitiba. That is South São Paulo.
Okay.
Okay, about 400 kilometers South São Paulo. It's not so far. It's not so far. But in São Paulo, we have a band, Phil Collins tribute. I have to tell you, I will send you the link
Okay.
after. When you close your eyes, It's Phil Collins singing.
Okay.
And the drummer is a friend of mine, Jorge Aniello, and he have a drum kit that reminds 90% of the Phil Collins drums. The white Gretsch drums
Yeah. Yeah.
without the bottom head.
Okay. Yes, I understand.
It's not it's not it's not a it's not a Gretsch drum kit, but it's very similar, and he have the sounds to play Genesis sounds, Phil Collins ballads, that kind of stuff. He have all the sounds. It's very amazing work here in Brazil from these musicians.
Wow.
I will send you the link.
Okay.
So I have to ask you to teach the people here how do you produce your videos? What kind of equipment do you use? Of course, you have your drum kit. Of course, you have microphones. You have some cameras. But how do you do all this information together? Just for the beginners to start to doing videos like you have so many great videos, and it's not super production, but I like it because it's easy to see you, is easy to understand what happens. It's not super production. Sometimes we have super productions videos with the drummers, and you have so many lights and effects and whatever, and maybe you can see correctly what the drummer is doing.
Yeah. Okay. So you want to know in general, or for example, how I record with
Yes.
how
How
with
you? Yes.
which
Yes.
device also, or not?
Yeah. How do you put your drum sound on your laptop? This kind
Okay.
of stuff.
Okay.
Very didactic. Very easy. Very explain for us any uh, aspects that you use to put your sound on the laptop. What?
Okay. For the moment, I'm recording with Zoom. It's an audio recorder, but I already bought audio interface. So soon you will see some differences, some changes in my videos. I want to do like an upgrade, but for the moment I'm using this Zoom, so I don't have so many channels, microphone channels, just 4, and 2 that you can use like overheads. So I just record the kick drum, snare drum, and the toms. So the sound is not so professional, because you, for the drums you need at least 8 microphones and also very good overheads. But for the moment, for this kind of covers, just for the beginning, it's okay. So this was my thoughts. I thought, okay, now I start with this kind of devices. Then if I see that people like my videos, I change my instrument, my gears. I try to do an upgrade, and is that I'm doing now. And so I just record with this. So it's very easy, because you don't even need your laptop. For the Zoom, you just need an SD card, and you record. And then I use a Cubase, but you can use Logic, or I don't have a Mac, so I use Cubase. And it's very easy. Then I just have to synchronize the track that I recorded with the song. And tell me if I have to add something, because maybe I lost the point.
Okay, no effects. You don't
Okay. For the like when I do some equalization.
Yeah.
Okay. No, not so many, because also for the genres that I play, that most are like rock music. So maybe for more modern songs, I will need to put some effects. But in general, no, just standard EQ for all the parts, for the kick drum, snare drum. I just find good what sounds good for me. Just working on the frequencies, but it depends on also on the drums. So it's not something that you can say in general. You have to listen until you find the sound that you like. And so no particular effect. And also for the videos, I'm planning to change a bit the lightings and this kind of stuff, but I don't think I will do the videos like movies. Just
Yeah.
maybe a little bit more clear, but not too many changes of the cameras, because I like that people can see what I'm doing on drums. So it's not just an aesthetical thing, but practical. I think it's more important for people to see clearly, even if it's not a quality like a movie.
Great, great. And for record the videos, you use 3 cameras.
For the videos, I have just 2 cameras. Maybe I just put my phone for the pedals, for example. But I just have 2 for the moment, and just an action cam and a normal camera. And I think maybe I'll need just one more. I would like to have one more, just for another angle, just another view of the drums. But just with one camera, one can make videos. I see a lot of drummers that make video with just using just one camera, and I see it perfectly works. It's okay.
Yeah.
So you don't
Agree.
need at the beginning to buy a lot of stuff, expensive stuff. It's important how you play, and of course a little bit of quality. It's important, because otherwise it's disturbing for the ears. But I think just one camera, I use for a moment not so expensive microphones. For example, I have cheap microphones, and I'm planning to change it little by little. Maybe now I buy the microphone for the snare drum, then for the kick drum, because they are very expensive. And also drums have a lot of parts, a lot of different parts to microphone. But for the beginning, it's okay just with cheap microphones, just to enjoy and starting, and then you see what happened.
Yeah, I agree. Fantastic. Okay, let's talk a little bit about female drummers. So let's pretend that you have to produce a Girls on Drums festival on your city, and you have to choose just 5 female drummers that you like to play on the festival. Uh, you can put your name on the list if you want it.
No, I'm not so, I don't know, egocentrica.
Okay, not problem. It's your choice. So we have 5 drummers to choose. you don't want to put your name on list. Okay, so you have 5 drummers, female drummers, to make a choice. Let's
Okay.
hear your preference.
Okay. Sarah Towner.
Sarah Towner.
I like her very, very much. She's really incredible. And Annika Niels. Annika
Yeah.
Niels. I don't know if I pronounce it exactly. And also, let me think about Seri Kawaguchi.
Seri. Yeah.
Seri. And well, there are a lot of female drummers. Maybe I'm saying the most famous ones, but it's because I like it. I like them a lot. I forgot the name of someone. Emmanuel Caplet.
Emmanuel Capelet.
Caplet.
One left.
One left. Oh God, another name. Female. My bad memory.
Chiara Cotugno.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Perfect.
I have to make your choice.
Thanks.
Do you are doing lessons on Skype or Zoom, whatever?
I never made lessons on online lesson. I think it's not easy to teach drums like online lessons. For the moment, I'm just doing lessons in my house, and then sometimes I collaborate with some music schools and I do lessons in schools. Now for the virus, maybe I will think about it, but the problem is not mine. It's just that in Italy, people are not so used to this kind of technology. Maybe, for example, in America, is more common. I don't know in Brazil, but I think in other parts of the world, is more common. But in Italy, not everyone has the devices, the technologies for doing online lessons, especially if there are children. They are children, and it's difficult because, for example, now it's already a disaster in Italy. The school lessons online. The students now are not going to schools. The schools are closed. So I think if you say to the parents, do you want to do online lesson? They kill themselves, especially for the drums, because for the noise you have to do something for taking lesson online. It's not like a guitar or piano or singing lessons. It's more difficult. I will think about it, but as you can see, I don't even have the connection in my studio. Yeah. I need to fix it. It doesn't work now. I need to fix that.
Yeah.
Because I would like to, but it's not that you say, okay, I'll do the lessons. You need to prepare the things. You have to plan everything. Yeah.
Yeah, I see. We have here a last question here, and after this question, let's go to the finish. Do you know Angra, Brazilian, and Fabio Leon sings? And which is your favorite Italian band?
Yes, I know Angra. I'm happy he didn't ask me to do some Angra covers, because it's very hard, especially for the double pedal. But I would like, maybe one day I will do some Angra covers. Yeah, I like it a lot. And what did he ask me about the singer? No, I don't. Brazilian. Fabio Leone sings. No, I don't know him, but I know Angra in general. Yes, because they changed it, the singer. I know Andre Matos died, but then they have another singer, right? I don't remember exactly all the members, all the changing in the lineup, but yes, I know them.
Yeah, great. So, Chiara, we are now.
Sorry, another he
Uh,
asked me about
yeah, Italian band.
Italian band. I have to say I don't listen a lot to Italian music and lots of Italian bands. If I have to say one Italian band, I can't think of any. Maybe some progressive rock band, Italian bands like Osanna, PFM, Banco del Mutuo Soccorso, all the progressive Italian bands. Because in Italy, nowadays we have just a few bands. So I can
So
think.
So many bands to remember. I
No,
guess
but
so.
no, I mean in the past we had more bands. Now in Italy, maybe Litfiba. I don't know if you know Piero Pelù, Litfiba. Yeah, maybe just them. But now there are a few bands. Just a single singer, just a singer now.
Okay, okay. I don't know if Paulo know these artists or bands, but it's recorded here, and you can research after this streaming. So, Chiara, we are now finished. I want to know about your final considerations here,
Oh,
please.
no, sorry, I read about
Yeah.
Laura Così. Yeah, I imagine. I don't know which Italian singer you know in Brazil. I think like Laura Pausini, Eros Ramazzotti, maybe. I don't know. But I don't listen a lot to them. Final consideration, okay, about what in particular? Give me some inputs.
What, what kind of words that you want to say for the drummers here, for the people that will be watching after? Maybe some inspiring words for the drummers. Please be my guest.
Okay. I just want to say that if you decide to study an instrument, you have to be well aware that it's not easy. You need the passion, as we were saying before, and also a lot of practice. So you don't have to give up if sometimes you don't see some results, you see that you don't get better immediately. You just need to practice, because I already made this mistake in my life, that maybe someone told me you're not good enough, or maybe I think I can't do this, so maybe I'm not good enough. It's not true, because it's just a matter of practice, and also because it's not like there is one kind of drummer. If you are not like that drummer, you are not good. Maybe you will never be able to play like that drummer, but you can be able to play something very interesting, something beautiful. You can become an amazing drummer, even if you can't do certain things, because we are not machines, we are not robots. But just you need to practice, because the difference is clear between someone who don't practice, who don't make passion. But passion is not enough, because if you don't practice, you cannot explain exactly what you want to say. So just I give this advice. to study music because it's one of the most beautiful thing in the world. I think life without music is very bored and ugly. And if you study an instrument, your life will be more beautiful, and also to become better in something is giving you something to live for. You will feel more grateful, and so this is the thing that I want to say. Just this, that for me in my life, now music is the most important thing, and I'm happy when I can do something that I cannot do the day before, and this is my reason for living. And so I hope it will be the same maybe for other drummers.
And that's it.
Yeah, well, I will have lots of things to say, but it's difficult. One, it's difficult to explain in English. Two,
Yeah, I know.
there are lots of things, lots of messages, important messages.
No problem. That's a beautiful message, like said Dios Buddha on the comments here. We
Yeah,
appreciate your we appreciate your message. So let's finish this streaming. Chiara, thank you so much for your time and patience and enthusiasm. It's very important for us having you here with this streaming family, Girls on Drums streaming family. Thank you so much. Don't go away from StreamYard. We can talk a little bit after, just for the final words. And for people that was watching us here, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your questions, your support for Chiara. It's very important. Subscribe her channel on YouTube, youtube.com/Chiara Drummer.
Cotugno.
Chiara Cotugno. Subscribe the channel. For sure, you will appreciate her videos. Thank you so much, Chiara.
Thanks to you, all the people that for your questions. Thanks a lot. I hope you understand something of what I've said, because my English is so.
Of course, my English is not the best, but it works. Not problem. Thank you for being here. Okay, we see you next Saturday, Brazil time, 6 p.m., 6 horas, horário do Brasil. We have the next drummer here, Sofia Zazoropoulos. Zazoropoulos. I don't know if you might correct, because Zazoropoulos is very difficult to say. From Mexico. Actually, she is from Argentina, but living in Mexico. Okay. Thank you, Chiara. Have a nice evening. Thank you, people. Bye bye. See you Saturday. God bless you. See you. Bye bye.
Bye.